The GOP cannot hide how badly they want to take out AOC before she can run for national office, which is why, like a month after she advised people on their rights, they're still going on the news and saying things like this.
I think we do an oath, right? That we're supposed to uphold the Constitution, not tell people how, to evade the Constitution. So I didn't seem like that's part of my job description to tell people that here's how you don't comply with the law. So I think it sure seemed like she's violating the law. And, look, we need to have equal protection and equal enforcement of the law. And if she's done something wrong, I hope Tom Homan does his job and prosecutes her to the full extent of the law.
So I love the added irony of it being Rick Scott, one of the most massively corrupt criminals ever to run for and gain political office here in the United States. The dude defrauded so many people of so much money, talking about, we just have to have respect for the law. And AOC said this thing that I don't like, and I don't give a damn about free speech or whatever, and I don't give a damn about your rights. And so I think that she should be investigated. But to be clear, it's not just the elected Republicans, it's their pundits as well. Take a look at Janine Piro.
What's amazing is she's saying she's contacting the Justice Department to find out if she's under investigation for obstruction of justice based upon Tom Homan saying, you can't send out information to tell people how to avoid ICE. And now she's very concerned and she says she's being threatened that there is a political prosecution on its way. No, honey, what it is it's a prosecution based on, I think it's 8 USC 119 for obstruction of justice.
But it's knowing your rights. It's a tutorial that
it's not
lots
knowing
of people
your rights.
get.
It's how to avoid immigration. That's not knowing your rights. That's not a constitutional right.
Okay, so I love every part of that. I love the lawyer on the panel being like, teaching someone to avoid immigration isn't your right and it's a violation of law. Which law? I don't know. What are you talking about? What's the crime that's being committed? That's not my favorite part of the video, to be clear. My favorite part is every bit of her affect, demeanor, and hair, which just screams, give me the 2 boxes of wine. If I tried to act the drunkest I've ever been in my life, I could not match Janine Piro in this random episode of The 5. And look, I understand if I had to do The 5, I'd want to be wasted too by the time I did it. But on a daily basis, that can't be good for your internal organs, Janine Piro. But anyway, so Rick Scott in elected office and their pundits as well. AOC told people, what your rights are. They told you, you can ask for a warrant. Here's how the paperwork works. You don't get to tell them their rights, okay? So they're all agreed. And the best part of it is she did that like a month ago, guys. They're talking about it like it's breaking news. It's the most important thing to them. We have to go after AOC. We have to prosecute her. We don't like her speech. We don't like the rights, whatever. We need to lock her up. And they're pretty consistent about this. They don't care about rights at all, at least for certain sorts of people. Good white people deserve rights. Certainly rich people deserve rights, but not regular people who might be caught up in all this. Certainly not migrants. You guys don't deserve rights. That's not who they're for. And so to be very clear about that. And I also want to acknowledge that in that video, Rick Scott was like, I think Tom Homan should investigate her. What the hell are you talking about? That's not his role literally at all, but they can't help it. I think it's a Freudian slip. They really think any good Republican in elected office just gets to weaponize the justice system individually. You don't have to go through the normal process, DOJ or FBI or anything like that. Just some random person, Stephen Miller. You just investigate one of your political opponents or whatever. They said something you don't like, you investigate them, you lock them up. Exactly what they lied to say that Joe Biden or Merrick Garland or whatever was doing in investigating Donald Trump for the crimes that nobody disputes that he committed. With AOC, we're not even gonna bother to pretend that we know what law was violated or whatever. We don't like her. We're worried about what could happen if she runs for national office, so she has to be shut down. That's got to be it for her. And AOC, thankfully she's not backing down. Follow her on social media, you'll see she's continuing to advise people on their rights. She's continuing to encourage them to fight back against all of this, to tell the king to go F himself. And so I'm always glad every day to see that. But man, it makes their blood boil. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?